for me, no. Yeah, one won't do it, two is not enough for me, no. Might wanna sit down.
Dilla is the best producer to ever do it.
Dilla had beats upon beats.
Dilla changed hip hop.
He came with the type of stuff that everything you hear, like, why couldn't I have thought of that?
Now let's take it from Tiffany. How this thing went from Jacob to Tiffany's. Could've kept it real with this real, or kept your mouth closed, maybe we could deal with you.
When I would listen to his beats, I would hear so much emotion and so much that was already being said before the rhymes were even put on there. And then to go over the top of that and rhyme as well, he's one of my favorite MCs.
I know when Slum Village hit the road, he didn't want to go. He didn't go. He stayed at home in the studio rap. So that's really why I called him the Tupac version as far as producing.
I replaced the tripping. It's the game and all in the pimping. You got one that's
Dilla and Frank and Dan came to pick me up in Detroit. And Detroit has its own culture. So they came to pick me up in limousine. And I got in a limousine and they had minks on and champagne and mad blunts. And it was like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. And it was like, yeah, we're gonna roll around Detroit, just soak up the vibe. We rolled around Detroit in a limousine. And then Frank and Dank got this rhyme. And he said, in a penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. We went there. It was far from penthouse suite. It was just like an attic on top of his mom's crib. And I was like, this is what he rhyming about?
Nowadays, everybody got two that'll do, but I need another one. Yeah, need another one. One won't do,
And I don't think people realize how much he changed soul music in general. JD was real instrumental in the whole neo-soul movement and programming drums for a lot of the early neo-soul people. And just personally, you know, you feel real strong for somebody who loves music that much.
I got one, got two, got. Tell me, do you got what I need? A fourth party that.
And then we went over to Dilla's house. The Grammys was on that night. And The Roots was nominated for You Got Me with Erykah Badu. And Dilla had produced a lot of joints on that album. And he was into making the beats. And I'm like, yo, Common and The Roots are on TV at the Grammys. You know, and he was like, oh yeah, word. And he had another dude there, I forgot who it was, but he was like, let's have a beat making contest. And they was downstairs having to see who could make the beats fastest. You know, and the Grammys was on, he was nominated. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what he was, but he didn't care about none of that extra. Like, he was really into his music.
Team player for real love. With your boy J to the Dilla, yeah.
I knew Dilla was sick, but I had no idea that he was gonna be gone.
Well, that was the first time it really felt like it was somebody I knew that, you know, had passed. Being knee-deep in the music, it's like you feel like you knew him because of that.
You know, and I was working on music with him at the time. It just kind of left a void in what I was doing. That's a selfish way to look at it, but I really do think that ain't nobody gonna be better than him. And really do miss him, miss him, miss him, miss him, miss him, miss him.
Hip hop official.